Turning on an LED should be one of the first circuits that you should learn when starting your journey into electronic circuits theory. It is one of the most basic circuits that you can make, but it's still one of the most important circuits that exist. You can use them as indicators for other circuits or just for illumination. The main objective of this circuit is to turn on an LED, but you can't just turn on an LED by connecting it to a power supply. You need a current limiting resistor, which in this case we're going to be using a 330 ohm resistor as our current limiting resistor. And the basic components for the circuit are going to be a power supply. I have here a PLC power supply connected to this buck converter. Basically, we need a power supply, we need obviously an LED. It can be whatever color that you want. I will be using today a red LED, and we are going to be needing the resistor as I said before. We are going to see that the LED will have two terminals. One terminal is going to be a little bit longer than the other terminal. This will indicate the polarity of the LED. All LEDs will have a positive side and a negative side. And the positive side is called the anode. What we want to do is to connect the positive side, which is the longer lead of the LED, to anywhere that you want on the breadboard. I'm going to be connecting it here. Next, for the circuit, we are going to be using a 330 ohm resistor. We can know that this is a 330 ohm resistor by looking at the color code of the resistor, but we can also, if you have a handy multimeter, we can also check the resistance of the resistor. We will see that indeed it is closely enough a 330 ohm resistor. For the resistor, we can also choose another value depending on the current that the LED uses. Most common LEDs use a current of 16 to 18 milliamps. Also, I have this box full of LEDs. Here it also says most common currents that the LED needs to operate. In this case, this red LED is going to be using a 20 milliamps. It is important to note that, for example, if you want to make an LED indicator for a circuit, you don't want a really bright LED. So in that case, you can use also a resistor which has a bigger value. So we will connect our little resistor here to the negative side of the LED, which we said that was the left side. We will connect here the 330 ohm resistor. After finishing all of this, we will connect, in this case, our power supply. I have the positive lead to this blue cable, which we will connect to the terminal of the LED, which in this case is in J1 of the breadboard. And we will connect the negative side to the right terminal of the LED. And we are finished. We just need to turn on the power supply. And there you have it. Our simple little red LED is going to be turned on. A important tip here is to always build your circuit with the power supply disconnected and off, and then once you connect the terminals of your power supply, you can turn on your power supply. This is going to be the schematic of the circuit that we're going to be making. This is going to be the 5-volt power supply. This will be the positive end, and this will be the negative end of the power supply. And then we will have this resistor. This resistor doesn't have any polarity, but the diode indeed has a polarity. This LED, bigger side of the triangle, going to be the positive side, or the anode. The part that has this line will be the negative side of the LED. In this case, most LEDs use 16 to 18 milliamps. In this case, we can use this equation of voltage is equal to current times resistance. we can solve for resistance by taking the voltage and the current. Since it's multiplying the resistance, we can pass it to the other side as a division. And to know the resistance for a circuit that has a 5-volt power supply and 16 milliamps, which in this case is going to be 0.016 amps. In this case, we're going to be needing a resistor of 312.5 ohms. Since we already have a 330 ohm resistor, we are going to be using that since it's a really close value. And there you have it. Once you turn on the power supply, your LED should turn on. And congratulations if this is one of the first circuits that you are building when starting your electronics career. And this is the basis of a lot of electronic circuits that we're going to be making. And there you have it. This is the end of the video. And in another video, I will teach you how you can build a really inexpensive power supply using an old phone charger and this little handy buck converters. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.